So guys, today I'm just gonna be doing, give you guys my quick opinion on a question that I've been getting a ton from my older Galaxy S series users and Note series users. Since these phones aren't getting, major OS updates, it kind of like I've been getting this question a lot. So with the Note 10, it got its last major OS update, Android 12. The Note 20 Ultra got its last major OS update as well. They're all in security patch stages, the S20 Ultra as well. So a lot of people want to know, should I upgrade to the, S23 Ultra? I've been looking at, the rumors of this phone, and if you guys do want to, if you had your mind set up, just know that you can get reserve up to $100 of Samsung credit if you go ahead and reserve on Samsung's website as well. They even show like a little video, basically. They're really advertising the 200 megapixel lens, so we know that has come out. That's pretty much confirmed, and that's what I was really waiting for. The ISO cell HP2 image processor here is going to be the new 200 megapixel, and it's going to be much better in low light. Basically, that's what this little video was about. So if you do want to go ahead and reserve that, I just want to let you guys no, you can't do that. It takes some money off, I guess. And every year Samsung has pre-orders and stuff like that, pre-order gifts and stuff that you can get as well too. But to answer the question, I don't think the S23 Ultra, especially if you're a S22 Ultra, you definitely probably don't need to upgrade. Now, of course, I'm going to get the phone for you guys to do comparisons and stuff like that, but honestly, I was saving my money. Yes, you could do trade-ins and stuff like that, but unless the trade-in deal is really, really good, I don't think it's going to be worth it. Simply because I don't think this upgrade is going to be that big. You guys gotta remember, there's a lot of hype around with all the YouTube videos and the new, image, not image processor, but the new camera. Basically, this is just like hype, right? Because honestly, and I want to know this from you guys, how many of you guys actually use or turn on the 108 megapixel lens in the like higher resolution phones, right? Like the Note and the Note 20 Ultra and the S20 Ultra. Do you guys actually use that high resolution mode for photos? Because I just don't think a lot of people, I think your average person doesn't even know to come in here and turn that on anyway. I think they just come in here and take photos. But it's pretty interesting. Samsung is going to be doing better with low light. My question is, how many of you guys actually take a ton of shots in like nighttime, right? So that's why I'm a little hesitant to tell my people to really jump on this hype train and upgrade, because I just don't see it. I think actually the most exciting thing about this is the new processor, the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 processor. Is going to do better with gaming performance, because man, this thing gets warm. It's even kind of warm now just using it a little bit, and it's much warmer than the older flagship phones like the 855. Like just playing a few games, PUBG, stuff like that, this phone definitely gets warm. Now I've had a case on mine, so you don't feel it as bad, but if you use your phone just bare, I'm telling you, this thing gets warm. It can drop frames a little bit. So the 888 series did it, and this 8 Gen 1 is kind of warm too. So they're introducing like this better cooling system with the S23 Ultra. I think that's pretty exciting. But if I'm coming from like a Note 10 Plus, any of these phones, I just don't see the upgrade being worthwhile unless you really like taking photos. I just don't see it, because check out the comparisons that I did with the I compared this phone, the S22 Ultra, to all these phones, and I'm going to do it again with the S23 Ultra. I just don't see the big jump. Even with gaming performance, in my opinion, the S20 Ultra does an amazing job at gaming performance. Not only that, but this phone actually can play PUBG at 90 frames. I don't think any of these phones here can play PUBG at 90 frames either. Not only this is my favorite older flagship for gaming that for Samsung users to recommend, because it's got the Snapdragon 865 and it's extremely cool too. Like it stays much cooler than an 8 series chip, and it's just crazy how good this phone is when it comes to gaming. But yeah, guys, I just don't see the 200 megapixel camera being enough unless you really take a lot of photos. I think these older flagship phones that we have right here, I think they take great photos, but Samsung is really trying to, I think they're going to really push it, and I think a lot of older flagship users might feel the pressure because you simply don't have the major OS updates. So I guess it makes your phone feel dated. I've never really cared about that, honestly. because I'm gonna be honest, like running and like I was playing with a phone with Android 11 and a phone like this with Android 13, you can't really feel it's not like a massive difference, guys. Honestly, and my thing is, as long as they're getting security patches, because these phones should get security patches for the next 2 to 3 years, I just don't see the rush in upgrading. Yeah, but I want to know what you guys think. So basically, the big upgrade with this S23 Ultra is essentially going to be this camera, which I'm saying, how many of you guys actually take photos like that in low light? Because there's not going to be a big difference in good lighting conditions. Honestly, there's not a massive difference in good lighting conditions with, like, if I took a shot with the Note 10 Plus and this phone, check out that video comparison. It's not like a massive difference. It's not like crazy. But like I said, like I've always said, yes, these newer phones do better in low light. So that's why I said you have to really be taking pictures like that to be able to justify spending that type of money. Because the S23 Ultra is not going to be cheap. This is going to be $1,000 plus phone, right? So I want to know you guys' opinions. What do you guys think? Is it going to be worth it? Because with these older flagships, yeah, the processor, there's going to be a newer processor. I think that's the main thing. Newer processor, new camera. The design is going to stay essentially the same. So they're trying to sell you really on more updates in the camera and processor. These phones, if you check out my gaming test, Note 10 Plus, S20 Ultra, Note 20 Ultra, do phenomenal with gaming performance. Essentially the same for a casual gamer. It's not really a big difference, and I think the S20 Ultra does better because it doesn't heat up as much, and it actually gets better settings for PUBG and stuff like that. So it's pretty interesting, guys. I want to know you guys' opinions on this stuff. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think this S23 Ultra is worth the upgrade? Is it worth trading in your phone, spending the extra money? I want to know from you guys. Do you guys think it's worth it?